Hello, everyone. This is Rita Casey, and we're talking about prospecting to profits today. Warm and cold leads made easy. So welcome 2018. I am so excited to have all of you here today. We are going to make this a great kickoff for the new year. So the best part about January is we get to start over. Now, the most important thing is working on our mindset. So today, I want you to think about why you work. You work to make money. You choose, and the money is there to help you take care of your family, to save for financial freedom in retirement, and to also save to pay it forward to others who can't take care of themselves. Now, you chose real estate to work in because you like to serve people. You love people. You want to help them. And if you do, then you have to talk to them. You have to talk with people. You have to ask, do they need help? That is your new mindset for this year. Your job is to go out and talk and meet as many people as possible to identify the ones that need your assistance with their real estate needs. So if the goal for you is to sell more houses, then we got to start increasing our leads. And many of you tell me, well, Rita, my business is by referral. Well, that's awesome, except that you're going to cap out on your compensation and on your production, because the goal is that, again, you're supposed to go out and talk to as many people and find those that need help, because you want to make sure they have a great experience and you know you're the one to help them. So you want to meet new people and bring them in as a customer, convert them to a client, wow them with your experience, and turn them into an advocate. So yes, even though you're working a referral business, it's your job to find new people to turn into referral clients. So to do that, the first thing we have to do is we have to know our numbers. Nothing in business works if you don't know your numbers. The very first form, then, that we need to talk about is the Greatness Tracker. So you have 3 handouts today on your webinar. You have the Greatness Tracker, you're going to have the Theme Perfect Sales System Week at a Glance, and you're also going to get copies of all the scripts so you don't have to try to write them down. I want you to understand them more. So follow with me. This is a jam-packed webinar where we're going to cover a lot of information. But the main goal is that you need to start using this form every day and track what you do. So if you're wondering why your production is down or you don't have enough leads, you literally can see what you've done and you can fix it just like that. There's no reason to have the ups and downs if you're working the Greatness Tracker. And you say, well, Rita, why should I use that? Best information I can tell you is that our level 3 students in the core last year in 2017, this is one form they have to always turn in every 2 weeks. And those students, their income went up 62% in the 2-year program, and their cash net worth went up 134%. Enough said, let's start. So we've committed now to working the Greatness Tracker. So to do that, we got to track our activities that generate those leads. Now, at the core training, we teach systems and structure. So we take guesswork and going into your office and just creating your day reactively. We want you to be proactive. We have to put certain activities in for you to do in order to make sure that you're going to hit your goals. So that if you just work the simple forms at the core, you know that you're going to hit your goals for the day, the week, the month, and yes, the year. You will crush your 2018 goals. So let's look. If on the Greatness Tracker, it really all starts on the 3rd category on the left-hand side down that says great phone calls. So we must reach out and talk to people. So those conversations, you're not just going to record any conversation, but ones that have to do with a lead that comes in, a prospect to convert to a customer, somebody that's interested in a particular house or buying or putting their house on the market. We're also going to talk about calling builders and business people. So those proactive calls go in those slots, and that's what you want to do every day is have 10 great conversations. Now, after you have a conversation with somebody, the goal of any conversation is to convert them to an appointment, which takes us up to the top, which is face-to-face, because going from just talking to somebody on the phone to meeting them in appointment and seeing them eyeball to eyeball starts creating a relationship. So that face-to-face could be seeing a client, a past client that you've met, converting a buyer lead on the phone or a seller lead on the phone to an appointment. Now it's face-to-face. Those count there. And the best way you can work this greatness tracker is write the name in the box when you get it accomplished. So you can always look back, see who you talked to, and it helps keep you on track. Now, the next step in a relationship from having a face-to-face with somebody is to make it more personal. How do we do that? By breaking bread with an individual, having coffee or food with somebody. And that takes us to the break breads. And so every week, we're going to have 5 break breads. So we have great phone calls to turn into appointments, which are 15 face-to-face appointments a week and 5 break breads. You can be proactive and start scheduling break breads with some of your best connectors or business people or past clients you haven't seen. Super way to start today in 2018. Now, also on the Greatness Tracker, you'll see on the right-hand side of the screen, we track events. If you're having a client appreciation party or you're having a happy hour or you're attending a networking event, and get involved. The best place to find events is in your business journal, in your town, your local papers or magazines that publish what's happening or the calendar for the month. Also, we track videos. At the core, we know how important it is, and you can still be ahead of the competition by doing your videos. Market update, client in process, a video prior to the appointment. Those are all on there, and we teach those. We also track how many hours you actually sit down and make outgoing proactive calls. My goal for you is to start with 1 hour a day, that you don't take any incoming calls, look at emails. You literally sit down and you dial, and we'll talk about next who to call on what day. Also, writing thank you notes. Just put 10 thank you notes on your desk. By the end of the week, they need to be in the mail. Thank a vendor that's helped you out. Thank a client who you had a great conversation with. Thank somebody for the appointment, the buyer appointment, or thank the seller for having you over. Write the thank you notes. They're memorable when somebody gets a piece of paper and a thank you note that you have sent through the mail. We also every day track our leads. How many leads did you get that day? Alan Huggins, one of our longtime students, he always said, I need 1 lead a day. Just put a lead in there. That may be where you start, and don't leave the office till you get it. We track how many listings you take that day and how many buyers. If you fill this form out every day, you always know where you are, and you know if you're creating opportunity for this month, next month, and if it's tracking, because everything starts with leads, whether you're even a restaurant with guests coming in the door or you're a retail store, it all starts with a customer coming to you or you going and getting them. Without generating leads, we're putting a limit on what we can do, and this business is unlimited, so let's get involved. Okay, next, it's like, wow, Rita, there's so many people to think about. Let's put structure to it. Who do we call and when? Mondays, we're going to call 12 of our VIPs. These are people that are connectors that refer us business. Now, they may not have personally bought a home through you or sold a home through you, but they refer you. For me, I worked with quite a few HR people, people that mentored me for different things, health, business, and they would send me folks. Those are the people on my list. I have 50, and you call 12 every Monday, so they get a call once a week. Tuesday, the theme is status calls. Wow, what a great point for you to make when you're taking a listing or working with a buyer. Mr. and Ms. Buyer or Seller, I'm going to call you every week and check in with you. I might not have anything new to report, but I'm going to call and see if you have any questions. So if it's not urgent, hold it, because I will be checking in. Number one reason real estate agents do not get repeat business or they lose business is because they do not consistently communicate. We've made it a system. You can do that. Third, hot leads and old leads. That doesn't mean if somebody calls you on Monday, they're interested in a house, you wait till Wednesday. No, when a lead calls, pick up the phone as soon as possible. Get back to them. You are your team member. This is the day you call for people that you have been calling or you've shown property to or you might have had a face-to-face with. You want to keep the process moving and making sure you're checking in with them. Also digging up all the old leads. Our students can go to the Greatness Tracker, pull all the old leads for last year that never raised their hand or came back and just make a call. Mr. and Ms. Smith, I'm just calling to find out if you're still interested in buying or selling real estate in 2018. Great way to start January. Next, past clients. We have our 50 top past clients that we love. We're going to call 12 every Thursday and check in with them. And then we're also going to call our whole database. Ooh, how do we do that without going crazy? Well, it's very simple. We use the alphabet, and we call the letter of the week. Last week, we called everybody whose last name started with A, and this week it's B. If I do that theme every week a letter, I will call my entire database twice in a year because there's 26 letters in the alphabet and 52 weeks in the year. Very simple. And then on Friday, we're going to call business people and builders, and we're going to have scripts I'm going to share with you for that. So these are proactive calls that you need to call out in order to find out, meet people, have them share success of what they do, and then follow up, all right? So we've got the form that we need. We know who we call and when we call them. And this helps bring structure to your day. Are you going to have some chaos sometimes or in between? Absolutely. But this takes you back on point to make sure these lists are called. Ideally, our course students, what happens for them, they come in, their schedule's on their desk and their call sheet, and they got their scripts, they're ready to go. You too can do that. So let's talk about Monday, our VIP. So these are the best people. They're very important to us. We take extra care of them. So we use the script, many of you know, which is forward. Never want you to have to think about, wow, what am I going to say to them? So we call up and just find out how things are going in the family. And remember, whenever we're making any of these calls, we are putting notes in our CRM on the contact. Maybe a date we need to check in the future with them, a trigger point. Maybe just the notes of what's going on in their family so I can pick up a conversation like the one with Jim. We've been having ongoing conversations, and now I want to find out, how are you doing? Your daughter's still in Australia, right? Could it get me further away? I also heard you hired a new dialer in your business, and I'd love to know how that's working out for you. You've been also talking about going to Hawaii. You could really tie that in with visiting your daughter because it's on the way. So I can find out information from all of them and then also find out, hey, who do you know that's talking real estate for 2018? Because I would love to help somebody like you, Jim. You and Cheryl were so great to work with. That's your forward conversation. This is also an excellent time right now in January to call and to offer your annual review. So just calling and saying, hi, Mary, it's Reeta Casey here at ABC Realty. I wanted to just reach out to you and set up maybe an annual review on your home. There's been so much going on in the economy in the last year, and you might want to know how it's affected the value of your property. So just call my team or leave me a message, and we'll set up a 15-minute call that we can go over. Let us know if you made any changes to the home, and then we can catch up, and I'll give you an estimated value of your property. And I really want to say thank you for being a great client, and I hope you have a wonderful day. So now you have a service that you offer to your clients. It's a value to them. It's a value to them, and you are going to find out if they're interested. They're going to be calling. If they're interested in doing something in real estate probably this year, they're going to call you for that annual review. All right, the next thing we need to talk about is status update. Wow, this is a promise you made in your listing presentation that you're going to have consistent communication. So when you make the call, hey, Tim, this is Reeta. I'm just calling with your Tuesday update call as promised. And I want to update you on the property, let you know we've had couple of showings this week, and we also have an email going out to the top agents in the luxury market about your property. Also need your help if you could. We still need to get some updated information on the disclosure, so if you'd get it over to me, and just wanted to find out, is there anything else we can do for you today? Oh, well, yes. Okay, thank you so much. We're thrilled that you think enough of us to trust you with your referrals. So let me know who you've talked to recently that's thinking about buying or selling them, because we'll take great care of them. And if there's nothing else you can do for them, say great. If you happen to run across somebody that's looking to buy or sell this week, just give me a call or text me their information, and I'll make sure we take great care of them, because I really appreciate you and your business. So in the update call, give them their service, what they need, and let them know how they can help you. All right. Another great way to ask for a current client referral when you're doing a status call is, oh my gosh, Bob and Mary, you're going to be closing your house in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be unemployed. Who else do you know that's looking to buy or sell in 2018? I want to help them. I've so enjoyed working with you and would love to work with other folks like you. Now, I want to stop because I don't want to just run this information and scripts by you, but I want to make sure, I think so many times when students ask me about scripts, what do I say exactly? Sometimes you're just disconnecting your head and your heart, because in your heart you got in this business because you wanted to serve people. In your heart you have passion about what you do, and sometimes you just need to let that passion show, whether you're calling an expired. Mr. and Miss Seller, I saw that your property came off the market, and I'm not sure. Are you still looking to sell? And, what happened? Why do you think it didn't sell? Just to have those conversations. I think we go into the fear of the call or the rejection, and we want to go through a script, and it doesn't always flow that way. But if you get the purpose of these scripts and you speak with that connection, you can't go wrong, folks. You got to remember, you're not there for everybody. You're not the perfect realtor for everybody, but you can't find your client if you don't talk to people and communicate with them who you are, what you do, and that you really want to help them, that they can trust you with their transaction, that you want to do that. That's part of the mindset I want you to take with you in 2018, is make prospecting. It's something that you do every day, and you communicate your passion and why you want to help them. One of our awesome coaches, Mr. Phil Puma out of Charlotte, North Carolina, shared with us some scripts on converting buyer leads. And they generate a ton of leads, close about $10 million a month. How did you hear about Puma and Associates Realty? Do you need to sell a home prior to purchase? And in a perfect world, when do you prefer to be in your home? So what are you looking for in the new home? And have you spoken to a lender so we can see your preferred payment and what kind of price range? Well, let's set an appointment. Let's get in. I'd love to see you. What's better for you, Monday at 11 or Wednesday at 6? Or even a weekend if you need it at 10 o'clock, what works best for you. Close for the appointment. But again, they're looking to find the client's needs. So show your passion, your concern, and your commitment to help them. Now, on Thursdays, we talked about the past clients. I will tell you that for all of us in the core, we came in, we thought we were all doing maybe a pretty good job of staying in touch with customers, but as we've gone through this process in the last 17 years, we realized when we came in, we did a terrible job. Sometimes, people, you just have to apologize first, okay? And so that is what the apology script is all about. Oh, hey, Mary, it's Reeta Casey, and first I want to apologize to you. I have done a terrible job staying in touch with you. And I want you to know how much I do appreciate your business. So my New Year's resolution is to keep you updated on current trends in the market and also to stay connected with you and your family. If you ever need help with anything in the house or something else, you can consider me your best resource. Just give me a call. If it's something I can't help you with, I will have somebody I can refer you to. So thank you again for your trust, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Also, maybe seeing you at one of our client appreciation events this year. So these are people that we worked in bringing into our business, made them a client, and we've got to take care of them because they're very valuable, and we just probably haven't shown that all the time. So I want to make sure that you are apologizing first, and then you're working your schedule so that you're always staying in touch with your clients. And this is important, also putting the notes in the computer, because if you're having a great conversation, you're learning things about the family. That's why we put the Ford script back up there again. So as we find out about Jim and how his daughter is doing, maybe she's going to be leaving Australia in the next month, I want to put a tickler in my file that next time I call him, she will be home. Oh, hey, Jim, your daughter's home now. How is that going? So you want to have this beautiful note section about their life because you want them to know you're paying attention, you're listening, and you're learning about them, okay? Fantastic. Next, one of my favorite categories, and that's going to be Friday, business people and builders. Listen, a very simple thing so many people do not do is you need to be known as the go-to real estate person in your geographic area. So go to the shopping centers around you and the businesses, whether it's the dry cleaner or the grocery store or the restaurant or, you know, the dentist. Go meet everybody and say, hey, I just want to meet you because you and I are serving the same clients. This is the area I work in. I sell real estate. I live here, and I wanted to meet you. Oh, by the way, I love your grocery store. I come here all the time. I wanted to take you to coffee and find out what you feel has made y'all's business a success. Perfect. So get to know everybody. They should all have your card. You should have theirs. When you get their card, go back, write one of those 10 thank you notes you need to write for the week and thank them for the meeting. You look forward to the coffee. Also, builders. Never think that, well, it's a builder, it's a production builder, I can't help them. Kendra Cook squashed that deal when she was hired by a large builder in Nashville. Luxury builders, don't worry. What you're going to do is you're going to call the builders and let them know that you sell homes in the area or your company if you're new or you want to use the company stats, and you want to be prepared when the buyers are coming in this year. So you'd love to meet with them to find out what makes their building unique. What do they need to, your customers need to know about what he builds, he or she, and can you take a quick preview of one of the properties? I made this call in my first 5 years in real estate. Met a lovely lady that was a local builder building in about the 200 range, 200 to 300. We got to be friends. She then referred me to my first professional athlete that was a golfer, and then they referred me to a lady golfer in the LPGA and then sports agents, and then it went on into luxury homes. I never listed any of her properties, but she referred me people that helped me take my average price from $200 to $2 million over my career. And another great student, Luke Steele, I made him do this assignment, go meet a builder. He met him for lunch. 2 years later, he has just listed in the last 60 days 50 lots that are 5 acres, and that's all from a homework assignment at the core training to go meet builders. You never know where it leads, but all I can tell you, people, is the more you prospect, it continues to grow exponentially in your business, because if you don't meet people, you are not going to grow. You are a networker, and you need to be one. We're going to include in your handouts also some great additional scripts. There's the attorney script. Mr. John Bai, one of our coaches who is doing an amazing job, one of our over $1 million earners here, who works attorneys in the area. The best way when you're calling on attorneys or business people is that you work in this area. Many times your clients use you as the main resource, and you like to meet the people before you refer them. They're not going to turn down that call. Also, we have scripts for expired. Again, you want to make sure that you're calling in curiosity to find out why the house didn't sell, and are they still wanting to sell? You would like to be what person they interview. So we have our great coach, Jay Fletch, who has included his script, and he asked those questions. When do you plan on interviewing the right agent for selling your home? And how soon do you have to be in a home? Can you tell me what did the agent do that you liked best, and what do you feel they really should have done? So what do you expect from the next agent? And what's the best time for me to meet with you? Is it Monday or Thursday? Give them a choice. Stay away from yes or no questions. These scripts are used by our coaches, and remember, our coaches in the core all came into the core at a certain production level, and through applying the systems and structure, they have now become our best students. Many of them are netting over $1 million. You may not want to go to $1 million. You want to go to 500. All I'm telling you is that we will help you put systems and structure into your business so that you can work less hours and net more money and absolutely have more fun. Now, the Greatness Tracker, as we started this conversation, is key and essential because it tracks what you really do at work, and you have to fill it out on a daily basis because that tells you and keeps you productive. As you grow your business and your volume goes up, you can add a team member to help you delegate out some of the responsibilities for you that don't generate leads or income. So eventually we hone you down to where you're just working in your highest and best use. And that's how our students make more money, save more money in less time, and they have it now with their family. This is another key component, as this is the elevator speech. You have to be a great communicator. So that is your job, to keep sharpening that communication skill. And your elevator pitch and speech is so important because it's going to help you be very concise to converse with anybody in just a very short minute who you are, what you do. So the parts of the elevator speech are on the left. You have to write down, who are you? What company do you work with? Where's your office located? What's your experience or your bait, your clothes, and what is your need? So I just worked on this with Ken Horster out of Texas last week. Hi, my name is Ken Horster, and I own Texas Ranches for Sale. Our office is located between Bourne and in the Hill Country. I'm sorry, I can't read the whole screen on the one I'm on right now. Between Bourne and Comfort, where we sell the Texas lifestyle properties in the south and west areas of Hill Country. I focused myself on effective marketing to attract buyers and sellers and being a great negotiator. The ideal customer for me would be someone interested in buying or selling property within a 5-hour radius of the Bourne area. Here's my card, and I will follow up with you to schedule a time to talk or meet for coffee. I look forward to working with you in the future. It's very concise. It covers all the needs, and this will help you having this elevator speech, going to networking events, meeting somebody, or having a very short period of time to communicate. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is so much information. That's why we have all of these handouts. I'll be answering questions after we conclude this webinar. We'll get answers back to you today. But we have to do the Greatness Tracker, and we've got to have our elevator pitch. The other thing is make sure you keep going over the scripts, because the more you say them, you're not going to be perfect the first time, but the more you say them and you connect them with how you feel, the better you're going to get. You may feel like, well, you know what, now I think I need some help. I need some other information, systems, and structure to add into my business. So we do have 2 programs. We have the 12-step program, and this program will help you put building blocks in your business, because so many real estate agents do not have systems and structure, and if you felt stressed out or pulled in all different ways last year, this will help you fix it. Also, in my hometown, Orlando, we're having our May event. We only have 2 a year, so if you're interested, look it up on the website. We'd love to talk to you about it. And also in Orlando, if you are in the Central Florida area, we are having a great event January 29th here in Orlando at Church Street Station. Myself and Kendra Cook will be teaching you some of the items we talked about today, crushing your goals, but how to really be effective with your time, net more money, work less time, and some other great tips to keep yourself ahead of the competition. So you can find that invite and sign up on Facebook. Now, if you want a free consultation where we can evaluate your business, if you close under 10 million, just call the 800 number, and one of our amazing sales trainers will help you. And if you're closing 10 million or more, you can call Diana and set up a call with myself It will be myself or Kendra. We will help do an evaluation of your business and see where you are now and where you need to go based on your goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the next webinar is on February 6th, and I'm talking about ruling the market and listing your way to more leads and increasing your pay log. So this is a great time of year. You got to build that inventory before we hit the spring market. If you want to know those tips, if you want to know about videos and cutting edge things to help you get more listings, then join me. In fact, just go on to coretraining.com, sign up for all the webinars, and if you have to miss that day, we will send you the link. So if you're ready to change your life, then you need to surrender now. That's how it works. And we want to be your coach. So join us on our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, any of our social media to stay connected with us on tips, facts that we share all the time. It's free. We want to help you and pay it forward. So thank you from the Core Training. This is Reeta Casey. Let's crush those goals in 2018.